Self-monitoring and trust in romantic relationships. The study examined the relationship between self-monitoring and trust.
Self-monitoring is defined as a personality trait that refers to an ability to regulate behavior in order to fit into social situations, for example, work, visiting friends, or traveling.
There are high self-monitors and low self-monitors. However, before we proceed, we would like to show you a clip to give you a more visual demonstration on self-monitoring.
Hello, Bunny. What are you up to today?
Roger. What happened to you? I could have sworn that yesterday you were speaking with an American accent. In fact, you told me you were from Idaho.
Well, Bunny, I believe that in order to get ahead in life, one needs to quickly adapt, otherwise you get left behind.
Roger, that is bloody ridiculous. I think you need to be true to yourself and quit acting like a fool.
Well said, my lady, well said. I think you're right. One should not remake himself in order to please others. I'll work on another accent tomorrow. Toodaloo.
High self-monitors are people who closely monitor their surroundings and often behave in a manner that is highly responsive to social cues in different social environments.
Whereas low self-monitors use their personality qualities such as inner beliefs, standard values, and opinions in deciding how to behave regardless of the given social environment.
In other words, a low self-monitor will exhibit the same behavior in different contexts, whether it is at a meeting, at work, softball game with friends, or family reunion. A high self-monitor will act differently in these different contexts, perhaps acting more formally at work or cracking jokes with friends if that is what others are doing.
Trust.
For this study, trust in a romantic partner is a function of predictability, dependability, and faith. However, because high self-monitors have a tendency to hide their true self in order to generate positive outcomes, it may lower the quality of trust in a romantic relationship.
Previous research on self-monitoring in relationships demonstrates that high self-monitors than low self-monitors not only believe that they can stimulate a romantic interest, but to actually do so by using different tactics.
Examples of tactics used. High self-monitors are more likely to naturally tailor their own words to exaggerate physical attractiveness to create an impression that they are personally compatible with a potential partner and to create the perception that they share similar views of love with a potential partner. As a result, once in relationships, high self-monitors are more concerned with approval from their partners, and low self-monitors are more concerned with mutual satisfaction and empathy concern.
Finally, the researchers predicted that high self-monitors will lower the quality of trust and commitment in a romantic relationship.
Participants filled out the self-monitoring scale and the trust scale. Participants were divided into 3 groups. Group 1, high self-monitoring couples. These couples both score higher on the self-monitoring scale. Group 2, mixed monitoring couples. These couples have 1 high self-monitor and 1 low self-monitor. Group 3, low self-monitoring couples. These couples both score lower on the self-monitoring scale.
Measurement description. The self-monitoring scale was developed by Mark Snyder. The scale included 25 items. Now to give you a more visual demonstration on the items on the self-monitoring scale, please pay attention to the statements in the following clip.
I'm not always the person I appear to be.
My behavior is usually an expression of my true feelings, attitudes, and beliefs.
I have trouble changing my behavior to suit different people in different situations.
In order to get along and to be liked, I tend to be what people expect me to be rather than anything else.
The trust scale included 17 items which measure predictability, dependability, and faith. The following clip also gives a more visual demonstration of these items.
My partner behaves in a consistent manner.
My partner is very unpredictable. I never know how my partner will act from one day to another. I can rely on my partner to react in a positive way when I expose my weakness to my partner.
I sometimes avoid my partner and I fear saying or doing things that will upset my partner.
Finally, it is also important to know that each item on the self-monitoring scale and trust scale will all answer based on a 7-point Likert type scale ranging from 1 strongly agree to 7 strongly disagree.
Now, for the results. Group 1, the high self-monitoring couples scored lower on the trust scale. These couples were less likely to believe they would marry their current partner.
Group 2, the mixed self-monitoring couples scored higher on the trust scale than the high self-monitoring couples. However, the low self-monitor in the current relationship did not trust their partner.
Group 3, the low self-monitoring couples scored higher on the trust scale than both groups. The lower the self-monitoring couples scored on the self-monitoring scale, the higher they scored on the trust scale and were more committed to their current relationships.
For a more visual demonstration, the lower self-monitors score higher and the high self-monitors score lower on all three subscales on trust, which included predictability, dependability, and faith.
Conclusion.
The findings from this research provided strong support for previous research on self-monitoring and relationships. Of course, not all romantic relationships are high self-monitors are short and uncommitted, and not all low self-monitored romantic relationships are enduring and psychological close.
However, based on the results from this research, it is more advisable to date a low self-monitor than a high self-monitor because these individuals are more trusting and committed in romantic relationships. Although trust may be one of the qualities for maintaining romantic relationships, other qualities should also be considered when examining the relationship between self-monitoring and trust in romantic relationships. Article video summary by Tamio Loco and
Waleek Albright.